The St. Croix River is one of the first in the country to be designated a National Scenic Riverway, with its headwaters located at Upper St. Croix Lake in Solon Springs, Wisconsin, and ending at Prescott, Wisconsin, where it meets the Mississippi. Our plan was to paddle the entire St. Croix within the national park boundaries, as well as its main tributary, the Namakagon River, approximately 230 miles in all. The first stretch of this river was slow and shallow, passing through stands of wild rice and cranberry marshes before reaching the open waters of the St. Croix flowage. Many canoeists begin their trip at Gordon Dam, which offers a great campground. Just downriver from the Gordon Dam, we would pass the historic Gibson Cabin. This northernmost section of the river was quite beautiful, rocky and remote, with very little civilization. The Wild Rivers Act of 1968 ensures this portion of the river be permanently maintained in its wild condition. The next 4 days we would experience several small rapids, beautiful sunsets, and cozy campsites. On the next section of river, we would take another 4-day trip beginning at the old logging town of Riverside. This stretch was wild and scenic with a moderate current and great fishing. In fact, our biggest catch happened shortly after the Riverside landing. See the first catch here.
He's running.
Just downstream, the St. Croix would become a border between the states of Minnesota and Wisconsin. The next several days we would enjoy some peaceful paddling and many good times around the campfire.
That butter biscuit?
We finished this section going through high timbered shorelines and scenic sandstone cliffs. Join us now as we continue our journey down the St. Croix National Scenic Riverway. Hey guys, Kevin here. Welcome back to the channel. We're back out on the St. Croix River, continuing our trip 130 miles from the headwaters in Solon Springs to the national park boundaries towards Stillwater. We're going to do 8 days this time. We've done a total of 8 days up to this point. The first 3 days of this trip we would paddle alone, just Missy, Rizzo, and I. My brother and his family did the same stretch last year, so they're going to meet up with us where they left off at Taylor's Falls and join us the rest of the way to Boomside Landing. Should be fun. We got some great food to cook up. Got a lot of new gear. I'll have to talk about that too. This is Riz's first canoe trip.
Well, we got to a little shallow area, so we're just having a nice little stroll along. Riz kind of likes it because it's nice and calm and we're not scraping on the bottom. There she is.
With nearly historic low water levels, this trip would present some challenges. About 75% of the St. Croix watershed was designated as abnormally dry to start our trip. Be sure to check the current conditions at the National Park website. With good preparation and a decent pair of water shoes, you can enjoy a nice break from paddling. The river bottom is rocky and mostly sandy. See the beaver right there? An eagle up in the tree, just taking in the show. Okay, well, we're at camp now. On the map it doesn't say it's a group spot, but there's 2 fire rings, and it actually shows the group spot across the river. Just taking it easy. It's about 6 o'clock now. We have some neighbors that pulled in. Might be able to see them on the other side of the river there. We already got halfway set up. Tarps are just kind of strung up, not staked down. There's a slight chance of rain tonight. Here we go, round 2. Good morning, day 2. We just got tore down, had some coffee and quick breakfast, just oatmeal. Gonna hit the river quick. It's a hot one again. Had some good storms move in last night. Got a little chilly after that, but other Once that sun came out, it dried everything out real fast. Coming up on a campsite here. What's the number? 80.
Like 82.7.
82.7. There's a big old oak. Look at the size of that thing. Wow. You want to go up there and check it out?
Sure.
We're not going to camp here, but see what it looks like. Nice grill. There's not a lot of trees to hang from at this site, but nice tent pad. If that was a fish I just got on camera. Okay, we're gonna get some miles in now. We didn't get much rain last night, but that little bit definitely helped. Change to my lake paddle. This one I can push a lot more water, this beaver tail. I did some custom wood burnings on there. Favorite place in Maine, Mount Katahdin. And favorite place in Wisconsin, St. Croix River with a bald eagle. We're starting to see some of these cabins. That one's a little run down, but grandfathered in now. All right, it's about 11:30 now. We stopped at this little creek coming in. Got a deck bar here, cranberries, peanuts, and sesame seeds. This is the squirrel bar. DAC bars are whole food energy bars handcrafted in the Adirondacks. Each protein packed bar is cut to a generous 2.5 ounces that satisfies your hunger while providing your body with the kind of fuel it needs. Each bar is crafted with exceptional flavor combinations and packaged in fun wildlife characters. The natural seed blend complements the fruit and nut combinations to give you that perfect balance between sweet and savory. What are you having?
I have the Jackrabbit, which is apples, walnut, matcha tea, and maple syrup.
Maple. All right, here we are. 76, is it? Not exactly a sandy beach, but still looks good for swimming. Small rocks. Not a bad site. We already got the tent set up, everything up here. Gonna put the hammocks between these two trees and these two trees. And we might just be here for 2 nights, calling for some severe thunderstorms and rain all day. So we'll see if that's changed. We'll make the best of it.
Well, Kevin's down there now. He's getting the last barrel. We are on day 2 of the St. Croix River, and we're hunkering down here. We're thinking for 2 days because it's going to rain tomorrow. So here he comes with one of our new barrels. We got these new barrels from a company out of Canada. Canadian Barrel Works, I believe that's the name of them. What's the name of the barrel company?
There's a sticker inside of it.
So that is where we bought these barrels from. We bought 2 of them. There's the other one over here. We put stickers on this one.
So here's some of the accessories that we ordered. The backpack here. We just got the one harness. We have all kinds of odds and ends in that bag.
And then these are super cool because they fit right in there, which are the coolers for our food. So as you can see,
Got ice packs.
Oh my God, there's still ice in them.
Wow, that's pretty impressive because it was in the 90s yesterday and close to 80 today. That's solid pretty much.
Okay.
So I think this, you can see how I lined the whole thing with Reflectix. I think that helped quite a bit. And that's another cooler there.
Yep.
I got Reflectix going all the way to the bottom.
Yep. Nice.
Just a hack job.
But it
duct tape.
helped.
Yeah, I think it did.
Helped
I
because
definitely.
we still have ice.
Yep. I'm impressed how solid that is.
Yep. I like it. I really like it, and I like the accessories. They fit in there good. These can like go around the edges like that, and they fit in, and then my barrel fits right in here like that. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I can feel it. Who's that? Eddie Murphy? It's just Trump.
Now we're gonna put cheese on.
What kind of cheese you got?
It is extra pungent mozzarella that came from Burnett County Dairy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Fresh from the farm. Got to toast some buns. Yeah. Brioche buns.
Brioche buns.
Gotta have the toasted bun. Good morning, day 3. Oh, you're gonna steal my pointer? Hey, 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 that's mine, mine, no mine, hey mine, hey. So we started where we left off our previous trip at Sandstone Cliffs, or Highway 70 landing. First day we did about 6 miles and camped at 84.8. There's a mistake in this map, that should be 84.8. And that's where the 84.4 is where the stone chimney was. So then next day we did 8 miles to where we're at now. And that's 76. We're going to spend 2 nights here, another night. And we'll have to make up for that tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big day. We'll do about 16, 17 miles, somewhere in here. But I'm going to go down here, do some fishing between showers here.
Supposed to be rainy off and on all day long today, so we'll see what the skies bring. It looks pretty black over there. Oh, nice jump. Good fighter. A big one. Whoa, dude. Let Riz smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Super shallow here.
Mostly cloudy with rain showers likely and a slight chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Then partly cloudy.
I just wanted to show this real quick. When you're hammock camping, it's always a good idea to have a drip edge like this. You can see how it's kind of like a wick. So it's running into that and then down instead of running down into your material here. Still coming down. It was getting a little lighter over there, so I think it might be lighting up a little bit. Missy's in there with Riz. Dog snoring. Making the most of it.
I broke my good nail.
Oh, she chipped a nail.
Broke it right off. It's the best one. I need that one. This is it. We're heading out. Riz is waiting patiently. And we are going that way, down the river. Getting ready to go now. Day 4.
At least we got a tailwind. That's going to help a lot. Just going to have our breakfast on the go too. I got another DAC bar, some fruit snacks. See the turtles? Mama and her babies. Nice. Turtle. So we brought Riz's bed. No, she want no part of that. She don't like being below the gunrail. So she parked her butt right on top of the barrels. I can't believe she hasn't fallen in yet. Yep. I'm just having a little breakfast on the go. Another DAC bar this morning. This is the bear bar. Blueberries, almonds, and maple syrup. This will power me up for the long 14 miles today. So campsite 72, Sunrise Campground. Sunrise Landing was an old sawmill town that died with the pineries in the early 1900s. Piers can still be seen in the river from the old logging boom days. Gnarly tree here. Oak tree. That is cool. Bur oaks and tall prairie grasses create the mosaic of the savanna and prairie that is the Sunrise Ferry Landing. Oak savanna, once common, is now rare in the Midwest. In order to maintain this mixture of habitat, the National Park Service conducts prescribed burns here. While fire plays a key role in the landscape, it also eliminates the amount of dead wood available for campfires. This is a really nice site. I'm thinking there's another one down here too. Let's go check it out. Bathrooms. Go down this trail, check it out. Oh, it's another campsite. Oh, this is the site. Yeah. Nice path down to the beach. Anyway, we got some miles to make. Ready? Let's go. So we just left the Sunrise Ferry campsite, and this is directly across the river. This is the Sunrise River campsite on the Minnesota side. This one is a fee site though. So another 6 miles to the next campsite and 13 miles to our destination campsite, hopefully.
This is where the Sunrise River comes into the St. Croix River. Right beside that little campground we just passed. We're lost.
Okay. Yeah. We missed the intersection, huh?
Sunrise Ferry Landing, that's
We're at Nevers Dam. Yeah. Nevers Dam was built in 1890 to address the problem of log jams caused by shallow waters. At the time, the structure was the world's largest pile-driven dam. It also functioned as a highway crossing over the St. Croix. The top of the dam featured a flat platform suitable for buggy traffic. In 1954, high water severely damaged the structure, and the following year it had been completely removed. Quite the intersection here. Trail down that way. Hiking picnic area that way. Wow, you got quite the trail system here.
Lions Park is
Wisconsin side. 55.
0.3.
So then we only have 5 miles to meet Carrie tomorrow, and then another 5 miles once we,
And it's nice
leave
now.
Taylor's Falls.
It's getting nicer.
Yeah, the sun feels good. This sand feels so good on my feet. it's a cold one, windy, cold wind, but at least it's helping us. It's pushing us along pretty good. Seems like it calmed down after that rain went through, didn't it?
Yeah, the clouds are pushing out.
You ready to get back to it?
Yep.
Okay. We had a little lunch too, and hydrated a little.
Nice little sandy beach.
Where's their canoe? That looks like this island right here. Right on the tip of it. That looks like it would be a perfect campsite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice little beach area. So we just passed Nevers Dam. See, the terrain is kind of changing. Got a line of stand of pine trees. It's been mostly hardwoods in this section the last few days. I like all these little rock islands though. Dude, I don't like those clouds one bit. Yikes. Waiting out in another storm. This is ridiculous. It's been crazy.
We're just kind of hunkered down on the side of the river right now here. And this is what we have in front of us. Nice.
That was a heavy rain. There's a campsite straight across too, you see side. Site 62.5. That one looks really nice, don't it? The stairs look nice. We're just kind of waiting it out, see if it's going to rain again. We've been having to pull over and seek shelter a couple times because I don't want to get wet. Firewood up here. Yeah, I want to check the mileage. This looks like a nice site. Hang on. Nice little beach, stairs going up to it. Nice sandy beach over here. So we've been busy. We already got set up. I kind of set the tarps up before anything just to block us from the wind.
So Kev cut up some wood for the fire, and we're on our 4th night. It's Monday, and tonight we're gonna have chicken fajitas. We got the peppers and the onions going, and I did cheat a little bit because I got bagged chicken fajitas, but this stuff is really super good.
Change of plans. We had bacon left over from bacon cheeseburgers, so now we're having bacon
fajitas.
It's just about ready.
There you have it, folks. Nice, fresh, filtered river water.
Well, it's been a few days. I could probably use a shower. I brought some crud cloth again on this trip. Shower in a bag. I got the peppermint, and Missy's got the lavender. Crud cloth is portable and convenient. Each pack contains 100% natural ingredients with therapeutic grade essential oils. Just the right amount of gentle soap and water to give you that shower clean feel with no residue. Could easily jump in the river and clear it off, but it's kind of chilly today. So I'll show you how this works. Give it a big smack. 2 for good measure. Push around. Tear it open. And this pouch is actually resealable, so you can use it over again. So I'm just gonna soak this on my face for a while before I shave and then clean up afterwards.
Kevin's trying to catch a muskie with the muskie slayer's pole.
Whoa. Oopsie. Abort, abort, no. What's wrong with this? She's a cute little pink spinner on there. Matches her pole. This is a MEPS #1. I caught, everything I've caught so far was on a MEPS. Black and gold MEPS too. Spinner. Doing?
I'm gonna make a stick.
Isn't that pretty? New Mora. Look, it matches your fingernails. You like a bushcraft Barbie.
Yeah, bad nails today.
Pretty sharp right out of the box. While Missy boiled up some water for coffee, I tried my luck at fishing. And soon after, we would meet up with the rest of our group. So we've met up with the rest of our party. There's Leah, Scott, Don, and Carrie. And we are at Taylor's Falls. We avoided the portage. It was a really rough portage. And Carrie picked us up and shuttled us over here. And we dropped the car off at the end boom site landing. And then came back up to Taylor or Interstate Park here. From what I understand, that portage can be pretty brutal, so I'm glad we were able to avoid it. You can see the ferry boat up there. That's sweet. We'll be dealing with a lot more boat traffic this trip. Right, Rez? Our chief navigator, Rizzo, was quick to spot out something unusual downriver.
Here we are going up the St. Croix River, and they have these paddle boats that leave from Taylor's Falls, and they go up the river and then back down the river, so it's pretty cool to watch them.
Since 1906, tourists by the thousands have enjoyed the scenic beauty of the famous St. Croix Dells by excursion boat. The St. Croix Dells is one of the river's greatest treasures. The Dells is a deep gorge of basaltic rock that formed thousands of years ago, featuring vertical cliffs and spectacular glacial potholes.
This is how the terrain has changed pretty much since we left the river when we got in on 70. Now we're down at Taylor Falls. Pretty awesome looking. Nice. Got some good shade coming up. Little rope swing if you dare to do it, I guess.
There's the campsite.
On that side. Where?
Right up there in the trees.
Is there a sign up there?
Yeah. See? Right up there behind the people, there's a campsite.
Yeah, no camping. Too bad, that would make a nice campsite. How's that go? Nice shady spot. I like that. It's got its own little lagoon there. 48.6. We're gonna just bring Riz for a walk. Let her burn off some energy and then we'll be on our way, but I wanted to show you this campground first. It's kind of nice. So you got one site up by the river there. 3 sites all grouped together right here, and this one's really private. Nice and shady. I'm directly across from the other one, tucked into the woods over there where I just came from. Got this nice spot kind of hidden in here. About that super-sized cooking grate on that one. That's nice. Good place to hang right under these cedars. Nice clean bathrooms. And you got your water here.
Up here somewhere.
Okay, here's our campsite. We're already set up here with our hammocks. No tarp needed tonight, but we got this nice little creek coming, little waterfall. That'll be nice to fall asleep to. These guys set their tents up right down by the beach. Nice. It's a bent paddle, trampled American golden ale. Hometown collaboration with Trampled by Turtles. I think I've had this before. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Am I way too excited for this, Missy? Oh, it's so cold.
Pontoon style raft. It's a raft.
You're gonna have raft races here.
This is the,
Oh, dang it, you put some time into that.
yeah, that's my SS pontoon.
Good. Let's see this one. Oh, I like the sail.
It's the Fozzie raft.
Oh, I don't know, Leah. That one looks pretty impressive.
Get quick.
Let me get in position here.
Scott, what do you got?
And they're off.
Yeah!
Oh, they're gonna hit the rocks. We are having way too much fun. Look at this beautiful night. About 6 o'clock. Getting ready to cook up some dinner soon. Whole lot of tinfoil cooking going on tonight. I got buffalo chicken sub. What do you have?
Chicken bacon ranch.
Chicken bacon ranch. Some pickles, Doritos, and they're having barbecue rice or something like that.
Barbecue rice with corn and peppers and
Mmm.
meat in it.
Hey guys, just crawled in the hammock, get ready to call it night, but just wanted to show you the full moon. It's gonna be bright night. It's like shining right into a hammocks here. We woke to another beautiful sunrise and did our normal routines. Then we went over our plans for the day before setting out.
Anywhere along there, I guess, is what we have to shoot for. So we got about, what, 7, 8 miles?
8 miles to check it out, and then we'll make a decision there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. On the northern portion of the river, we've seen an abundance of bald eagle. The lower portion, it was the great blue heron. Some of the back channels are a haven for the great blue heron, and the rookery comes alive with sounds that seem to come straight out of Jurassic Park. It's coming up on the town of Osceola now. You see the bridge and the water tower there? The wind has picked up a little today. It's going to feel good later this afternoon because it's going to get hot again. We just passed the town of Osceola. Nice wayside landing here, picnic area. See the table up there? These guys are pulling up the rear. Sandstone cliffs. It went from base out to sandstone. Coming in hot.
Wonder what time it is.
Like
11, 12.
11, 12.
Did you guys look at the campsite?
Yeah.
Good.
It's decent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not
not
bad.
bad.
Are we staying here or just having lunch?
We can have a No, I don't think we should. Do you think we should stay here yet? There's
No.
a ton of them.
No.
Yeah, no.
It's way too early.
Lunch would be good though.
What number is that, Carrie? 42.3. Nice sandy beach. Oh, the fire pit's right there too. Heck yeah. That's a nice spot. You can't tell, but on the other side of that sandbar there's swampy area. Kind of buggy looking.
Looks like these people are stopping up here.
So we're gonna continue on.
I know.
That's a nice house up there. Nice sandbar, people everywhere. River's getting busy. Little islands there. Beautiful. See the eagle nest up there? Or I don't know if it's an eagle nest. Some kind of nest, huge. So we found our campsite for the night. Nice sandy beach out front. It's not a group site, but it's big enough to be. Everybody's getting set up. And we're gonna get set up right in here. Just take a second. I'm gonna have some shitty light beer now. It's actually really good. It's from La Crosse, right? Pleasantly refreshing. Poor Maisie. Oh my goodness. It's a rough life. Ooh, there we go. Digging her bed. That's what should be all night too, because I ain't gonna put her in a hammock. Hey!
No, this is the under quilt. This isn't even part of it. This is it. This, and it's pink inside.
This is an underquilt protector. You probably don't even need your underquilt tonight.
I'll leave it on though. Not the underquilt, but I'll leave this on.
It ain't even gonna get below 75 tonight, Fahrenheit. It's a warm one.
So this is day 7 and we are at 40.7. This was a really good site and we had stopped first at 40.9, which is down the river here, and we decided that was supposed to be a group spot, but it really was small.
Yeah, right here.
And it's right here on the map, you can see.
So right after the swing bridge on the corner of this island is 40.9 group site.
And now we're at 40.7.
40%. Yeah, this is more.
And this is way more of a group site. You could get a lot of people on this site here. We have 6 of us and we probably could have fit more than that.
Okay, Thursday morning we're off from campsite 40.7. This is very nice. Next campsite. Right down the shore, we didn't even know. Right on the tip, exposed to the morning and evening sun. I bet you the fishing's a lot better over here. It's almost like all these rocks were just placed here. And then over on this side, it's all grass. Look at how still it is. It's a calm morning. We're hearing some thunder rumbles behind us, but nothing in the forecast, so I don't know. Heavy feel today. Humid. No wind. Eerie. So we got about 4 miles in now. We just stopped at this little sandbar right past William O'Brien State Park. But we're just cooling off here. Might do 7 miles, might do 11 miles today. We'll see. Going through a nice section here with all these cabins along the shore, the riverbank. It's been a while since we've seen any pines. Talk about a nice spot. Look at that cabin up there, or house, whatever it is. Right on cliffside. Sweet. This is what we're doing with shallow. We've been walking a lot today. Nice wooden kayaks there. Looks like we got our landing over there across the river. Is that Somerset? William O'Brien State Park, Minnesota. We got ourselves into a bit of a predicament. We took one of these side channels. I think it led to the...
It's either we go all the way back or we go to where it looks, you know what I mean, there's some rocks and stuff. And now we're going to try to get through here because we already came so far that we don't know. Turning around would be a long ways, and going through we might get stuck.
So we're in a big area here. A lot of open water right before the high bridge, and there's a group of 3 sites. Kind of hard to find here. So here's where we're at right here. It's 29.7. It's been a long day, long, hot, humid day. We're debating if we want to stay at this campsite. Not the best, but we could make it work. We're right underneath High Bridge here. You can see through the trees. So if we don't stay here, we're looking at another 4 miles. These barrels have worked great. 1 week and stuff is just now getting warm. But up until today, it stayed cold. So I think we've came to a consensus that we're gonna continue on. It's another 4 miles to boom site landing. Well, we decided to push on and go for our finish destination boom site landing. We weren't having it. That site just wasn't good enough. That's okay. We've had a great week out here on the river, and that wraps up pretty much the whole St. Croix portion once we get to boom site. But we still got a ways to go. This is Foster Island we're coming up on right here. Which way do you want to go? You want to take that small, narrower channel to the right and risk getting grounded, or the deeper, windier, less shade? Okay. All right. We decided to abort that idea. Too shallow, there's logs across. I bet it'd be a nice channel going through there, but this is nice. We got some more of these sand rock cliffs on the Wisconsin side anyway. So you get down to these lower stretches. A lot of this land is private, so they got these floating toilets right in the middle of the river. See the cave over there? Just before the boom site landing, we would pass the boom site wayside. This is a historic landmark where logs were sorted for their trips to the sawmills. The cave is man-made and was used by lumbermen to store and preserve their food. See the city of Stillwater right there. Stillwater, Minnesota. And we're just around the bend here to our final destination, Boomside Landing. Alright guys, that's gonna about do it. It's been an awesome trip. A week on the river. Thanks for coming. It's been real. All we gotta do now is load up the canoes.